of the Republic of Kazakhstan, I welcome you to the opening of the Asia-Pacific Ministerial Conference on Digital Inclusion and Transformation. For nearly 8 decades, ESCAP has significantly influenced the lives of over 4 billion people in the Asia-Pacific region. It is gratifying that Kazakhstan has been a full member of ESCAP for more than 30 years, and we all continue our progressive development in the spirit of partnership and good neighborly relations, based on the best global practices. I would like to express my special gratitude to the Executive Secretary of ESCAP, Armida Salsi Alice Jabana, for her contribution to the sustainable development of our region. I would like to note that the Commission continues to play a key role in promoting economic prosperity, social well-being, and environmental sustainability in the Asia-Pacific region. Over the years, our cooperation has covered key areas including environment, natural resources management, investment cooperation, trade, energy, and transport. As our head of state, Kassym-Jomart Tokayev, has repeatedly emphasized, digital technologies are opening up new horizons for business, education, and healthcare, driving economic growth and expanding opportunities for millions of people. Therefore, we are actively developing these fields. Today, Kazakhstan is among the 30 most digitalized countries in the world and ranks 8th in providing online services. Over 90% of all government services are available to the population via mobile devices. By the end of 2025, 5G networks will cover all cities of Republican significance and regional centers. Recently, a citizen service center was opened in the city of Karaganda, offering a comprehensive range of services from various organizations in one building. These centers will be scaled up in all major cities of the country. Overall, by the end of 2029, we plan to build a full-fledged ecosystem that ensures equal access to digital resources for the population and businesses. To create our own electronic resources, we are developing products in the field of artificial intelligence. Yesterday, in his address to the nation, our president announced that a National Artificial Intelligence Center would be established in Astana next year. This center will serve as a key platform for selecting effective solutions. We will welcome the development of cooperation in this area with all countries, including the Asia-Pacific states. As part of the development of the digital Silk Road, Kazakhstan, together with its neighbors, is implementing a project to lay fiber optic communication lines along the bottom of the Caspian Sea, extending to the Persian Gulf countries, and further expanding the transit potential of the West-East project. This will help form a modern infrastructure for data collection, storage, and processing to develop new technologies and attract major big tech companies. Bringing IT solutions from Kazakhstan to the global market is our current task, and the Astana Hub Technopark plays a key role in fulfilling it. Based on this hub, 15 regional technological hubs have been opened in various parts of the country, with 4 more planned to open by the end of this year. Currently, Astana Hub is home to 1,400 residents, including 400 foreign companies. All these companies enjoy a favorable investment climate. I would like to emphasize that Kazakhstan is always open to cooperation, new ideas, and real projects. Dear conference participants, to achieve the UN Sustainable Development Goals in our region, it is important to emphasize the principle that no one should be left behind. Therefore, digital inclusion is an essential element. Without this element, our goals cannot be achieved. Only through cooperation, knowledge sharing, and best practice can we ensure a sustainable and prosperous future for all. We are open to sharing our experience and knowledge. Therefore, I urge you to support the establishment of the Center for Digital Solutions for Sustainable Development in the Asia-Pacific region in Kazakhstan. The creation of this center will serve as an important catalyst for developing effective regional cooperation and will help reduce the digital divide between countries. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm confident that today's conference will be an important step towards creating a prosperous and secure future. I sincerely thank everyone for their participation. I wish you all fruitful work, constructive discussions, and effective cooperation. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Excellency. I would now like to invite Ms. Armida Salciales-Jabana, Undersecretary General of United Nations and Executive Secretary of ESCAP, to the podium to deliver her opening statement.
Excellency, Prime Minister Ozas Bektanov, Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to ministers and delegates to the Asia-Pacific Ministerial Conference on Digital Inclusion and Transformation. At the outset, I would like to express my deepest appreciation to His Excellencies, the Prime Minister and the Minister of Digital Development, Innovation and Aerospace Industry of the Government of Kazakhstan for their unwavering support to our Commission and for hosting and co-organizing this ministerial conference. Excellencies, the Asia-Pacific region is a hub for digitally driven innovations. Digital by default has become our norm. It is restructuring our economies, bringing new opportunities for value creation, and reweaving the fabric of society to help tackle some of our most persistent sustainable development challenges. At the same time, digital transformation intersects with economic, environmental, and social risks of unseen complexity and uncertainty. Our digital world is one of divides. They run along income, age, education, and geographic fault lines, with the gender divide underlying all. Of equal concern is the uneven progress towards the SDGs. There is an immediate urgency to act on climate change. Our vast and diverse region, which is responsible to over half of the world's greenhouse gas emissions, is also particularly susceptible to the perils of climate change. Yet, amid these challenges, our region has been remarkably resilient and resourceful. Digital innovations are enabling smarter climate action and supporting efforts to dematerialize and decarbonize. Our Asia-Pacific Digital Transformation Report 2024 underlines that as the use of more advanced digital technologies is scaled up, there is a turning point beyond which carbon emissions tend to decline. Furthermore, the increased use of generative AI in many countries is mitigating climate-related disasters. And as the accuracy and timeliness of early warning systems continue to improve with AI-driven geospatial data analytics. To leverage these opportunities, I would like to highlight 3 policy actions. First, breakthrough solutions are needed to bridge the digital divide. This is central to leveraging sustainable development opportunities and mitigating the socio-economic disparities exacerbated by digital divides. To achieve this, holistic policies that mobilize investment at scale in new infrastructure and connectivity, digital skills training, and lifelong learning opportunities across all sectors and disciplines are required. Second, directing investments towards scalable innovations with significant sustainable development impacts is crucial. Marginalized groups, in particular, are highly dependent on such scalable innovations, while more harmonized policy frameworks across the Asia-Pacific region can foster supportive investment environments for digital solutions. In this regard, we note the timeliness and welcome further consideration of the proposal of the government of Kazakhstan on a Digital Solutions Center for Sustainable Development. And third, strengthening regional digital cooperation is fundamental. Our region took a major step forward with adoption of the Action Plan for implementing the Asia-Pacific Information Superhighway Initiative 2022-26. It demonstrated the commitment and solidarity of members and associate members to collaborate on extending digital connectivity to all, harnessing new technology application and their data. The level of ambition needed for building an inclusive and sustainable digital future relies on a ministerial commitment to the implementation of a common vision. Excellencies, in conclusion, I would like to express our sincere thanks and appreciation to all members and associate members for their hard work that led to the final draft of the Astana Ministerial Declaration on Digital Inclusion and Transformation, which is before you today. In this regard, I would like to take the opportunity to extend my deepest gratitude to the government of Kazakhstan as chair and to the Republic of Korea as vice chair for bringing us to this point. In the spirit of collaboration, together we can leverage the opportunities presented by digital inclusion and transformation to accelerate sustainable development in Asia and the Pacific. I wish you all a very successful and productive conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Alice Jabana, Executive Secretary of ESCAP. Excellencies and distinguished delegates, it is now my pleasure to conduct the election of officers for the Asia Pacific Ministerial Conference on Digital Inclusion and Transformation. The Bureau shall comprise a chair and 3 vice chairs. May I now open the floor for nominations for the position of chair and vice chairs. I recognize the distinguished delegate from Cambodia.
A very good morning. Доброе утро, господин, господа. Сегодня у меня очень рад, что я буду говорить русского языка через 30 года. Никогда не говорю по-русски. Только сегодня я могу еще раз говорю по-русски. Thank you very much for asking me about the nominating. Good morning again. Excellency Chair, I have the honor to propose His Excellency Saslan Mandiyev, Minister of Digital Development, Innovation, and Aerospace Industry of Kazakhstan as Chair of the Asia Pacific Ministerial Conference on Digital Inclusion and Transformation. I further propose His Excellency Mr. Tolup Olni Lee Niku Onesikmo, Minister of Communication and Information Technology, Samau. Her Excellency Mrs. Millicent Cruz Paredes, Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary and Permanent Representative to ESCAP, Embassy of the Republic of the Philippines. His Excellency Mr. Sang Hong Song, Deputy Minister of Science and ICT of the Republic of Korea as Vice Chair. I am confident that the distinguished delegate proposed will discharge their duty efficiently for the successful conclusion of the ministerial conference. I thank you.
I thank the distinguished delegate of Cambodia for the nominations. Would any other delegation wish to second the nomination made or propose alternate nominations? I recognize the distinguished delegate of Vanuatu.
Thank you, Chair. I have the great pleasure in seconding the nomination of these distinguished delegates of Kazakhstan as a chair. I further second the nomination of these distinguished delegates from Samoa, the Philippines, and the Republic of Korea as the Vice Chair. I am also confident that under the proposed Bureau's leadership, the Ministerial Conference will be led to a successful conclusion. I thank you.
I thank the distinguished delegates of Vanuatu. Are there any other nominations? I recognize the distinguished delegate of Thailand.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We also would like to second the nomination of the distinguished delegate of Kazakhstan as chair. We also would like to further second the nomination of the distinguished delegates of Samoa, the Philippines, and the Republic of Korea as vice chairs. We also have the same confidence. Thank you.
I thank the distinguished delegate of Thailand. Are there any other nominations? As I see none, it is therefore my pleasure to declare His Excellency, Mr. Saslan Madiev, Minister of Digital Development, Innovations and Aerospace Industry of Kazakhstan, elected as chair. And for the positions of vice chair, His Excellency, Mr. Tulupe Onesome, Minister of Communication and Information Technology, Samoa. Her Excellency, Ms. Cruz Paredes, Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary and Permanent Representative of ESCAP, Embassy of the Republic of the Philippines. And His Excellency, Mr. Sang-Hoon Song, Deputy Minister of Science and ICT of the Republic of Korea. Please join me in congratulating the Bureau. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, it is now my honor to invite His Excellency, Mr. Saslan Madiev, Minister of Digital Development, Innovations and Aerospace Industry of Kazakhstan, the chair of this ministerial conference, to conduct the meeting from this point forward.
Excellencies, Prime Minister, Madam Executive Secretary, distinguished delegates. I thank you all for the all confidence placed in me and the honor you have bestowed on my country and on me. Together with the honorable vice chairs and with the support of the ESCAP Secretariat, I shall endeavor to discharge the responsibilities of serving as your chair to the best of my abilities. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, we will now move to the agenda, item 1C, adoption of the agenda. The provisional agenda for the Asia-Pacific Ministerial Conference on Digital Inclusion and Transformation is contained in document ESCAP MCDIT-1. Does any delegation have any comments to the agenda? I see none. May I propose to the conference that the provisional agenda as contained in document ESCAP MCDIT-1 be adopted. The agenda is adopted. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, we now move to the launch of the Asia-Pacific Digital Transformation Report 2024. I would now like to invite Ms. Armida Salcia Taljabana to thank and would like to inform Excellencies and distinguished delegates that the Vice Chair, His Excellency Mr. Tulip Homunuki Onesimo, Minister of Communication and Information Technology, Samoa, will chair the rest of the morning session. Thank you.
Excellencies, distinguished delegates, Madam Executive Secretary of ESCAP will now present the Asia-Pacific Digital Transformation Report 2024 to His Excellency Prime Minister of Kazakhstan and the Chair of the Ministerial Conference at the front of the rostrum. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, all heads of country delegations are now invited to join the Prime Minister, Executive Secretary, and the Chair at the front of the rostrum for a group photo.
Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, we shall now take up agenda item 2 on policy perspective on building an inclusive and sustainable digital future for accelerated implementation of the SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals. The document pertaining to this agenda item is ESCAP/MCD/IT/2. To introduce this agenda item, I would now like to invite Ms. Tiziana Bonabes, Director of the Information and Communication Technology and Disaster Risk Reduction Division of ESCAP, to introduce the document. Then we will proceed with high-level panel discussion followed by country statements. Ms. Bonabes, you have the floor.
Thank you, Chair, for giving me the floor. It is my pleasure to introduce document ESCAP/MCDIT/2, titled Policy Perspectives on Building an Inclusive and Sustainable Digital Future for Accelerated Implementation of the Sustainable Development Goals. The document informs that in Asia and the Pacific, accelerating progress on implementation of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development is a priority. And in this regard, the support of enabling policy and regulatory environments, innovations in digital technology applications are emerging as a powerful means of implementation. The document highlights the wide-ranging applications of digital technologies across sectors and services, including innovations in government technology, digital finance, digital platforms, which provide opportunities to accelerate implementation of the SDGs. The document also provides a summary of the key findings contained in the just launched Asia Pacific Digital Transformation Report, its 2024 edition, which this year focused on digital innovation for smarter climate action. It illustrates good practices in the region, which demonstrate the contribution of digital innovation to climate change mitigation and adaptation in the areas of infrastructure, government, mobility, industry and trade, data centers, disaster risk reduction, and agriculture and biodiversity ecosystems. The document further proposes policy recommendations to strengthen regional cooperation on digital transformation. And in this regard, participants in the Ministerial Conference may wish to provide guidance on the policy recommendations presented and provide further guidance on strengthening regional cooperation on digital transformation and sustainable development. I thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Ms. Thank you, Ms. Bonabes. I would like to now invite panelists of high-level panel session on policy perspective on building an inclusive and sustainable digital future for accelerated implementation of sustainable development goals. All right. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I will now call upon His Excellency Mr. Chang Hoon Song, Deputy Minister of the Office of ICT Policy, Ministry of Science and ICT, Republic of Korea. His Excellency Mr. Sang Hoon Song. Everyone give a round of applause. His Excellency Mr. Shersud Shermalov, Minister of Digital Technologies, Uzbekistan. From the USA, Honorable Ambassador Mr. Stephen Lang, U.S. Coordinator for International Communication and Information Policy, Bureau of Cyberspace and Digital Policy, United States Department of State. Your Excellency. And lastly, representing ITU, Ms. Solina Abdullah, Chief of Strategic Planning and Membership and Special Advisor to the Secretary General of ITU. Your Excellency, Ms. Abdullah. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, Excellencies, distinguished delegates, we shall now proceed to our item 2 policy perspective on building an inclusive and sustainable digital future for accelerated implementation of sustainable development goals. Welcome to the high-level panel session on policy perspectives. This high-level panel session will focus on policy perspective from across the region. Our panelists will highlight their diverse experience and country initiatives that have been implemented to accelerate the achievement of sustainable development goals. I would now like to invite our distinguished speakers to share their insights on this topic. Panelists are kindly requested to please ensure that interventions are limited to 5 minutes or less. First, I would like to call on Your Excellency, Mr. Shersud Shermatov, Minister of Digital Technologies of Uzbekistan. Could you share your vision for Uzbekistan's digital future and what digital strategies and initiatives are being implemented for sustainable development? Your Excellency, Mr. Shermatov.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Dear ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored to be here in this important conference. And I'm very pleased to share our vision for Uzbekistan's digital future and the initiatives we are implementing to ensure sustainable development. Uzbekistan envisions a future where digital technology serves as a powerful tool for economic growth, social inclusion, and environmental sustainability. We aim to create a dynamic digital landscape that fosters innovation and connects our citizens, ensuring that everyone benefits from the opportunities presented by the digital revolution. The government is committed to digitizing public services via e-government platform. This initiative enhances efficiency and transparency while providing citizens with easier access to public services and streamlining bureaucratic processes. As a result, in recent years, we have increased the number of digital services available in our unified portal of state services by 2.1 times, which has led to almost 4 times rise in the number of users. Our vision emphasizes inclusivity. We are committed to bridging the digital divide, empowering all citizens with access to technology, knowledge, and resources. Efforts are actively being made to promote inclusivity in the delivery of digital government services, enabling individuals with disabilities to access approximately 70% of those services independently without relying on external assistance. We are providing also tax breaks and financial incentives to attract both local and international IT companies, cultivating a dynamic tech ecosystem that actively employs youth and women, thereby supporting Goal 8, decent work and economic growth. As a result, over the past 7 years, we have increased the number of IT companies residing in our IT park by 15 times, with the total number of jobs reaching more than 32,000. Additionally, the sector significantly contributes to enhancing the country's export potential, having demonstrated a growth of 7.5 times in recent years, reaching a total of more than $344 million. We are making substantial investments in enhancing digital infrastructure, especially in the rural and remote regions, to guarantee universal access to high-speed internet. For instance, we have successfully achieved coverage of around 98% of all populated areas in the country with broadband mobile internet. To empower our workforce, we are launching comprehensive nationwide programs focused on digital literacy and skills training. A prominent example of this initiative is the Muhammad Al-Khwarizmi Digital Successes Project, which aims to reach thousands of school children in its first phase. This program is designed to equip them with essential digital skills, enabling them to secure employment upon completion. We are fostering an environment conducive to innovation by establishing technology parks, incubators, and funding opportunities for startups. This initiative aims to encourage entrepreneurship that aligns with sustainable development goals. Recognizing the importance of collaboration, we actively engage with private sector partners to enhance digital initiatives. These partnerships enable us to tap into technology and expertise that can drive our digital transformation. In conclusion, Uzbekistan is committed to realizing a digital future that is inclusive and sustainable. By implementing these strategies and initiatives, we hope to not only accelerate our progress towards national development goals, but also contribute meaningfully to the global agenda for sustainable development. And at the end, I would like to invite you all to upcoming ICT Week, which is going to be after 2 weeks in Tashkent, Uzbekistan, September 17 to 20, and where you will be able to see with your own eyes all the latest developments in ICT sector of Uzbekistan. Thank you all.
Thank you, Your Excellency, Mr. Shemetov. Next, I would like to call on Honorable Ambassador Mr. Stephen Lang, U.S. Coordinator for International Communication and Information Policy from the Bureau of Cyberspace and Digital Policy, United States Department of State. Mr. Ambassador Lang, please, could you share perspectives of your country's policies for building a more inclusive digital future and some success digital transformation initiatives supported by the United States that have contributed to accelerating the implementation of the SDGs? Mr. Ambassador.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Chair. It is truly an honor to join you all here today at this ministerial conference and to, on behalf of the United States, share our vision for how digital transformation can accelerate our efforts to advance development goals. Today's revolutions in technologies create new opportunities for historic transformations in our economies, in our societies, and for our planet. The challenge before us is to harness the power of this era of disruption and channel it into greater stability, greater prosperity, and greater opportunity for all. The United States believes today's new and emerging digital technologies can and should be used to drive sustainable development and prosperity, to promote respect for human rights, and to solve shared global challenges. Digital and other new technologies will play an increasingly critical role in addressing these challenges. On May 8th, Secretary Blinken, our Secretary of State, released the United States' new international cyberspace and digital strategy. Central to this strategy is the concept of digital solidarity. If we want to build a vibrant and secure tech future, then none of us, not just the most powerful or the largest countries in the world, not the biggest or most capable tech companies, none of us can afford to go it alone. Standing shoulder to shoulder with partners is essential, and only together can we truly advance a shared vision for a rights-respecting, innovative, and secure tech ecosystem. We think about digital solidarity as a willingness to work together on shared goals, a willingness to stand together to help partners build capacity to provide mutual support. Digital solidarity recognizes that everybody who seeks to use digital tech in a rights-respecting manner is more secure, more resilient, and more prosperous when we work together to shape the international environment in order to innovate, in order to collaborate on everything from norms to regulations to technical standards. We in the United States are committed to working together, especially with emerging economies, and deploying safe, secure, resilient, and sustainable digital technologies to advance their sustainable development goals and build stronger and inclusive and more inclusive innovation economies that can shape our mutual economic and technological future. We appreciate the role that ESCAP and its committees and specialized institutes play in assisting members and associate members in integrating technology, science, and innovation into their efforts to advance human development, reduce risk of disasters, and accelerate the accomplishment of the Sustainable Development Goals. We thank especially the government of Kazakhstan and Minister Madiev for their vision in organizing with the ESCAP Secretary this ministerial conference, and for their gracious hospitality in welcoming all of us here to Astana. And we're proud of the increasing work that the United States has undertaken, joined in recent years with ESCAP. At the 80th Commission meeting in April, we were pleased to be able to announce the funding of a junior program officer to support the work of ESCAP's Committee on Information and Communication Technology and Science, Technology, and Innovation, who will start work soon. And today, I'm pleased to be able to announce that the United States will contribute nearly $1 million to support the development of a training curriculum on open radio access network technologies through the Asia and Pacific Training Center for Information and Communication Technology for Development, or APCICT. This training for ESCAP members is expected to support over 400 ESCAP officials in multiple languages as they consider how best to structure future telecommunications networks that will bring secure, interoperable 5G communication solutions to development needs in their countries. I'm hopeful that these steps will be followed by many more others in partnership to strengthen ESCAP's capabilities in supporting members' development through technological innovation, adoption, and transformation. We are committed to partnering with any country and institution to develop and deploy technology that is open, safe, and secure, that promotes inclusive and sustainable growth, that fosters resilient and democratic societies, and that empowers all people. So I again would like to thank the ESCAP Executive Secretary Alice Jabana, the Secretariat staff, Minister Madiev, and the government of Kazakhstan, and all the distinguished delegates for being here today. And we look forward to the remainder of the ministerial conference. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for your remarks. Next, I would like to call on His Excellency Mr. Sang-Hoon Song, Deputy Minister of the Office of ICT Policy, Ministry of Science and ICT, Republic of Korea. Your Excellency, with the pace of artificial intelligence development accelerating, could you share a perspective on where you see the greatest opportunities to drive sustainable development, and what policies, actions are evolving in your country to mitigate the risks? Floor is yours.
Thank you, Chair. It is my honor to join this conference. With the advancement of generative AI technologies like ChatGPT, everyone can use AI in their daily lives with ease and convenience. The whole world is focusing on the limitless potential of generative AI. In particular, generative AI is noted for its potential to become a catalyst for achieving global goals, such as improving productivity, providing better healthcare, and closing educational gaps. AI can improve productivity through automation and streamlining, enable effective health management with personalized medicine and early disease detection, and strengthen human capabilities through tailored education. Republic of Korea is supporting the full adoption of AI by various industries to boost productivity and reduce cost. We are also promoting AI-powered healthcare solutions such as My Doctor 24, aimed at extending healthy life expectancy. Moreover, starting next year, AI data textbooks will be introduced into regular curricula to facilitate personalized learning to prepare for a transition into AI-assisted education. Although the world is amazed at the innovative potential of emerging data technologies like AI, there's also a shared recognition that we need to address the risks that come up with it. We are encountering unprecedented issues such as copyright for AI, the spread of fake news, and ensuring the safety of high-risk AI. To fully embrace digital technologies and accelerate innovation while protecting data rights, we must create a new digital norm fit for this new age. To this end, in September 2022, Korea's President Yoon Suk-yeol proposed the New York Initiative, emphasizing that digital innovation should be aimed at ensuring universal human values such as freedom, human rights, and solidarity. Building on this, the Korean government went through broad public consultation and established the Digital Bill of Rights in September 2023. In May this year, the government announced a roadmap, New Digital Order Establishment Plan, to implement policies that incorporate these values. Moreover, considering the rapid development of AI and diverse cases of misuse and abuse, Korea is implementing policies to mitigate AI risks such as hallucination. Specifically, we are working on enacting the AI Framework Act, which balances nurturing the AI industry and building trust. This act will include appropriate regulatory measures such as mandatory safety measures for high-risk AI operators. To support the voluntary implementation of safety measures by the private sector, Korea published the AI ethics guidelines in 2020, reflecting OECD AI principles. These guidelines include self-assessment checklists for AI service planners and providers, and developing guides for developers. Furthermore, a reliability verification and certification system through reputable third-party organizations has been established to encourage private sector's voluntary compliance with these guidelines. Korea is also expanding international cooperation to promote AI-driven innovation and measure safe use of AI. In May, we hosted the AI Seoul Summit with world leaders and international organizations, broadening the scope of global AI discussion from safety to innovation and inclusion. Our AI Safety Institute is to be established in this year to serve as a hub for AI safety in the Asia-Pacific region in collaboration with other countries. For digital technologies like AI to benefit humanity, the international community must join hands and work together to establish governance frameworks and enhance safety. This conference is part of such effort. Korea will continue to actively contribute to promoting international cooperation to build an inclusive and sustainable digital future. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellencies, for your remarks. Next, we have a video message from Secretary General of ITU, Ms. Doreen Buckman, Martin. For now, I invite Ms. Sulven Abdullah, Chief of Strategic Planning and Membership and Special Advisor to the Secretary General of ITU, to introduce this statement.
Thank you, distinguished chair of this session. Ibu Armida, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct privilege to represent Ms. Doreen Bogdan-Martin, the Secretary General of the ITU this morning. Along with a video message, she has asked me to convey in person these messages. In our rapidly evolving digital landscape, the importance of digital inclusion and digital transformation cannot be overstated. As we navigate the complexities of global digital transformation, it's crucial to recognize that no single entity can achieve this monumental task alone. Partnership is important at all levels, whether international, regional, or national, or across stakeholders. Digital inclusion and transformation are two topics at the very heart of ITU's work on radio communication, standardization, and digital development. Regional digital cooperation, as exemplified by this very conference, is of the utmost importance if we are to progress in these areas, as well as on the SDGs. As you all know, digital transformation is broader than telecom and harder to measure because we are talking about the transformation of systems and processes. But to give a few examples, in this region, China has executed one of the fastest 5G rollouts in adoption in the world, and pioneering along with the Republic of Korea and Japan, all working on 6G as we speak. Kazakhstan has embraced ITU's GovStack toolkit and reached new heights in the UN e-Government Digital Development Index. In terms of regulation, Asia-Pacific overall is nearly at the same level as the world global average in terms of ITU's overall regulatory readiness benchmark. And Asia-Pacific is engaging with considerations of data privacy, digital identity, and localization. Overall, we see this region as well positioned to take advantage of digital transformation. Towards this, international cooperation is vital. And we believe that a large part of your region's digital success story is due to its existing international cooperation on digital issues. We are committed, ITU as one, to our cooperation with this region through initiatives such as the Partner to Connect, Digital Coalition, GIGA, aiming to connect every school in the world to the internet, Green Digital Action, another coalition of more than 40 members, and of course, a key challenge today is artificial intelligence. And ITU's AI for Good program highlights how these technologies can help meet all 17 SDGs. There is then WSIS. For the last 20 years, ITU has helped to build on the outcomes of the World Summit of the Information Society, convening the WSIS Forum and keeping pace with technology, ensuring alignment with the 2030 agenda. Next year is critical for WSIS as we mark 20 years of cooperation. I take this opportunity to congratulate and thank the government of Kazakhstan and ESCAP for convening this very important conference, and I congratulate ESCAP for being a model of digital cooperation at the regional level for the implementation of WSIS outcomes. The Secretary General has asked me to convey her regrets for not being able to be with us in person today, along with her best wishes for a successful conference. You will hear from her now. Please join me in welcoming the Secretary General of the ITU. Thank you.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, greetings from Geneva. I wish I could join you in Astana as you delve into topics that are at the core of ITU's mission, digital inclusion and transformation. I'm pleased to report that ITU regional initiatives have been driving progress in making digital technologies more inclusive and accessible to vulnerable communities across Asia Pacific and CIS countries. From young people who are ready to bring their energy and insights to ITU digital development initiatives, including through a second cohort of Generation Connect youth envoys from the Asia Pacific, to refugees whose digital skills needs we're trying to learn more about through assessments conducted together with the IOM, to persons with disabilities for whom ITU is working to incorporate accessibility into our Smart Village and Smart Island projects across the Asia-Pacific region. Everyone deserves to have a safe, affordable, and accessible digital experience, regardless of age, gender, or ability. That's why ITU has established training centers across the CIS and Asia-Pacific regions to support persons with disabilities with tailored digital skills courses. And we'll also be holding a regional forum on digital accessibility in the CIS region later this year. I also encourage you to make use of a new guidebook that aims to ensure digital ecosystems are made inclusive right from the design stage. Developed in partnership with ESCAP, this resource was created to support those finding themselves on the wrong side of the digital divide, with a focus on least developed countries and small island developing states. Colleagues, we're in a race against time. The latest Sustainable Development Goals report found that just 17% of the SDGs are on track to be achieved by 2030. During a recent visit to ITU, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres called for urgent action to advance digital transformation while leaving no one behind. He encouraged us to make sure that technology serves as a bridge and not a barrier to a better world. Let's remember the importance of the WSIS process as we heed this call. The WSIS Plus 20 review, already underway, is a critical opportunity to take stock of our progress, identify areas for improvement, and recommit to the action lines that anchor our efforts to rescue the SDGs. Let me congratulate the UN regional commissions and especially ESCAP for your dedicated efforts in aligning the WSIS process with regional development goals. With the Summit of the Future and the planned adoption of the Global Digital Compact taking place in just a few weeks from now, our path forward is clear. We must continue aligning digital inclusion with the pace of digital transformation. And we must do it together as a fit for future ITU and as one United Nations. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Abdullah, for your remarks, and also Madam Secretary of ITU, Ms. Doreen Pugman, for her remarks. Finally, may I invite the conference room officer to play a video statement by Ms. Vincenzo Aguaro, Chief of Digital Government Division of Public Institution and Government, UN Department of Economic and Social Affairs.
Excellencies, distinguished delegates, it is an honor for me to contribute today to the Asia-Pacific Ministerial Conference on behalf of the United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs. In this brief message, I will share key findings from the upcoming 2024 e-government survey, which will be launched in September at the Summit of the Future in New York. I hope this insight will inspire productive discussions and meaningful deliberation among the delegates. Based on our 2024 assessment, the global trend towards digital government has accelerated, especially post-pandemic, which increased investment in infrastructure and advanced technologies like AI and cloud computing. Key global shifts include the rapid digitalization of services, the rise of AI, and the focus on digital identity and data management. These developments are coupled with the growing emphasis on viewing digital progress through an equity lens, prioritizing inclusiveness, safety, and accessibilities. Regions worldwide have made significant strides. This collective momentum underscores Asia's emerging leadership in global digital development, led not only by historical digital leaders like Korea, Singapore, and Japan, but as by several key groups such as the Gulf Cooperation Council countries, as well as the Group of Central Asia countries. Additionally, the ongoing digital progress in large countries such as China and India have further propelled the region's transformation, making Asia a dynamic hub of digital innovation and growth. In the Pacific, Oceania presents a stark contrast in digital development. Australia and New Zealand lead while most other countries in the region, primarily small island developing states, lag behind. Despite notable progress in Asian Pacific, disparities remain, especially in developing regions and countries in special situations. Addressing these digital divides is crucial for achieving the Sustainable Development Goals by 2030. To accelerate digital development in Asian Pacific, a coordinated and inclusive approach is essential. Regional cooperation and robust infrastructure investment should be prioritized with targeted support LLDCs, seeds, and underdeveloped areas. This group face unique challenges due to their size, geographic isolation, and levels of digital maturity. ASEAN Pacific should focus on fostering an environment that encourages technological innovation and entrepreneurship, providing targeted funding for research and development, offering tax incentives and technology startups, and establishing innovation hubs. Initiatives like ESCAP's Asian Pacific Information Superhighway Action Plan aims to bridge this divide and promote inclusive digital growth across the region. Doing so, Asian Pacific will drive sustainable economic growth, enhance their e-government service, and ensure that all people benefit from the digital transformation, leaving no one behind. And thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Your Excellencies. That concludes the high-level panel session of Policy Perspective on Building an Inclusive and Sustainable Digital Future for Accelerated Implementation of Sustainable Development Goals. Our esteemed panelists shared their insight, perspectives on accelerating digital inclusion for sustainable developments based on their countries and organization experiences. Thank you very much. I would like to thank all the distinguished panelists for their time and insightful contribution to this important session. And thank you all for your kind attention. Thank you. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, we shall now proceed to the country statement for agenda item 2. I would like to urge all delegations to adhere to the time limit of 5 minutes to ensure we can hear from all those participating. I also would like to remind delegations that in the case of a longer statement, you may deliver only the summary version and provide the Secretariat with the full statement, which will be uploaded to the website of the conference. I now open the floor for country statements. I see first Uzbekistan. First speaker is a distinguished delegation from Uzbekistan. You have the floor. First on our list is a delegation from Uzbekistan. Sorry. We can move on to the second in our list. We have a statement from Thailand. Thailand, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. On behalf of the Royal Thai Government and the Ministry of Digital Economy and Society, I would like to take this opportunity to express my sincere appreciation to the Ministry of Digital Development, Innovations, and Aerospace Industry of the Republic of Kazakhstan and ESCAP for hosting and organizing this significant meeting. Digital transformation is not just a technological shift. It fundamentally changes how we live, work, and interact. Thailand has recognized this transformative power of digital technologies, and we are committed to leveraging them to advance our national economy and society. Aligning with the principle of the SDGs, Thailand is deeply committed to ensuring the inclusive development of all our citizens without leaving anyone behind. The Thai government, through the Ministry of Digital Economy and Society, is dedicated to connecting everyone in our nation to the digital world. We firmly believe that digital connectivity is a crucial component of sustainable development, empowering people with the tools and opportunities they need to thrive in this digital era. Our efforts are focused on bridging the digital divide, ensuring that everyone, regardless of their background or location, has access to the benefits of digital technology. The government is expanding access of digital infrastructure to all Thai citizens through the Village Broadband Internet Project, which is currently already expanded to the fiber optic internet to over 40 villages nationwide in the remote area. The ministry has also expanded the fiber optic internet to over 1,600 rural schools and hospitals through Big Rock Project, aimed at enabling education and healthcare facilities in remote areas to improve their quality of life through better access to information and communication technologies, ensuring that public services reach all citizens regardless of their location. Furthermore, recognizing the importance of inclusivity for vulnerable groups, the ministry is currently developing a regulation that will provide digital coupons to people with disabilities, enabling them to purchase essential electronic devices to participate more fully in the digital society. Excellencies, Digital ID is another initiative launched to replace national ID cards, providing all citizens with inclusive access to government services and contributing to SDG 10 by ensuring equitable access for everyone. Currently, Thai people registered digital ID through Thai ID application, about 18 million persons. Another key initiative in driving the digital transformations is the cloud-first policy, which promotes cloud-based system as a foundation of our digital infrastructure. The Ministry of Digital Economy and Society is actively promoting the use of cloud services across over 450 government agencies, with a strong emphasis on adhering to international standards for cloud use, cybersecurity, and data privacy. At the same time, we are prioritizing clean energy investment in the cloud data center industry, aligning efforts with SDG number 13. Ladies and gentlemen, we are also advancing a digital government or paperless through our e-document system, improving data accessibility and transparency, which supports efficient governance. The ministry is committed to expand the e-document system to all government agencies to transform the Thai government into a fully digital government. One example that already equipped with a e-document is the court system in the country. With introduction of the Smart Court initiative, it enables court system to operate electronically. 3 new means of communications with the court have been introduced for pleadings, petitions, requests, statements, and certain other documents. An e-filing system, the court integrated online service for sending and receiving documents, and an e-auction system. This advancement will help reduce expenses and the need for people to physically travel to the court turning Thailand justice system into a digital, advanced, more accessible, and efficient model. Excellencies, in the meantime, we are deeply aware of the challenges posed, particularly those in cybercrime and cybersecurity that comes with the digital transformation. We are committed to addressing cross-border issues like online scams through collective actions and collaboration. The ministry has established the Anti-Online Scam Operation Center, or the AOC, to address online scams and propose the establishment of a working group on anti-online scam to ASEAN, which will focus on capacity building, training, and the sharing of critical information across digital and telecommunication channels in order to strengthen collective defenses against these threats. We believe that through our strong collaboration efforts, we can create a safer ASEAN and more resilient digital environment. The Thai government strongly supports regional and international cooperation in driving digital transformation. We are open to partnership across Asia and the Pacific to promote digital literacy, support inclusive innovation ecosystems, and ensure trust and security. Lastly, I'm confident that by joining forces, we can harness the power of digital technologies to address common challenges, achieve shared goals, and build a more inclusive, secure, and sustainable digital future for all. With this, I wish you all great success. Thank you. Kup Kup Rakmet. Thank you.
Thank you for your statement, Thailand. Before I give the floor to the next speaker, I would like to kindly remind all delegations to adhere to the time limit of 5 minutes. Thank you. The next on our agenda will be a statement from Japan, followed by China, and then a statement from Philippines. Japan, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. It is an honor to join you today at the Asia-Pacific Ministerial Conference on Digital Inclusion and Transformation, and to make a statement on behalf of the government of Japan. I wish to express our special thanks to the government of Kazakhstan for its initiative in hosting this important regional event, and to the ESCAP Executive Secretary, Dr. Alice Japana, and her secretariat for the tremendous efforts in organizing this week's session. Mr. Chair, digital transformation is directly linked to all kinds of development challenges and is the very key to achieving quality growth, a point that is emphasized in our Development Cooperation Charter. Japan recognizes the importance of working together with various stakeholders in the region to ensure digital access under such principles as equity, universality, and affordability, while ensuring security, interoperability, the protection of personal data, and respect for human rights, including gender equality, so that they are built into global connectivity. Japan strongly supports promotion of an open, free, global, interoperative, reliable, and secure internet. It is our view that ensuring a free flow of data with trust and freedom of expression on the internet will definitely help promote innovation, economic growth, employment, and sustainable development. We stand ready to work together with multi-stakeholders in the region to move forward towards these goals. Especially after the COVID pandemic, Japan has been actively promoting cross-border collaboration involving multi-stakeholders in order to solve social issues in the region. For example, Japan's Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry, together with Japan External Trade Organization, JETRO, and our embassies across the region, have been intensively supporting various pioneering cross-border projects that aim to solve social issues in areas like healthcare, food, and agriculture, and supply chains. These efforts encourage multi-stakeholders, including startups, to share and promote innovative solutions that catalyze transformation across sectors. We have been working very hard, furthermore, to foster and promote responsible use and governance of technology, both domestically and internationally. This includes broadly sharing the Hiroshima Process International guiding principles and code of conduct, as well as establishing the AI Safety Institute, whose roles will include conducting research on AI safety evaluation methods. In July 2024, Tokyo Expert Support Center of Global Partnership on AI, GPAI, was established at the National Institute of Information and Communications Technology, NICT. GPAI is an international and multi-stakeholder initiative to guide the responsible development and use of AI. The Tokyo Center will support high-impact projects on generative AI to promote international multi-stakeholder cooperation still further. These are just a few examples of Japan's contribution in ensuring the benefits of digitalization while trying to safeguard against the downside. We look forward to cooperating closely together in the digital arena to further achieve the SDGs in our region. I will submit the rest of my comments in writing, including on Agenda 3. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Japan, for your statement. Next in our member statements will be China, followed by Philippines, and then the USA. China, you have the floor.
谢谢主席，尊敬的各国代表，大家上午好，很高兴参加本次会议，感谢联合国亚太经社会和东道主哈萨克斯坦共和国为本次会议召开所做的周到安排。中国政府高度重视数字经济发展，实施发展战略，先后发布实施“十四五”数字经济发展规划、数字中国整体建设布局规划、数字技术和数字经济发展成果，积极有效地服务于国民经济和人民生活。在推动数字包容性发展和转型方面，我们主要采取了以下的措施：一是提升信息通信服务的包容性，加强数字基础设施建设是缩小数字鸿沟的关键。中国建成了全球最大的光纤和移动通信网络，全国千兆光网用户达到 1.9 亿户。截至2024年7月底，中国已建成开通 5G 基站 399.6 万个，数量位居全球第一。全国行政增通 5G 的比例超过了 90%， 农村互联网普及率达到 66.5%。为解决老年人运用数字技术，我们针对老年人常用互联网网站和手机 APP 以及智能手机等终端设备进行适老化改造。目前60岁及以上老年网民用户规模已达 1.7 亿户，占网民整体比例从2013年的 1.9% 上升至2023年的 15.6%。中国积极推动教育数字化发展，全国中小学已全部接入互联网，国家智慧教育平台成为全球第一大教育资源库，累计浏览量达 433.6 亿次，用户覆盖200多个国家和地区。二、推进数字技术融合应用赋能，我们积极推动 5G、大数据、云计算、人工智能等新一代数字和通信技术赋能千行百业。在制造业领域，截至2023年12月底，已培育421家国家级智能制造示范工厂，1万多家省级数字化车间和智能工厂。在建设智慧港口方面，截至2024年6月底，中国已建成和在建的自动化集装箱码头及干散货码头共有49座，数量位居全球首位。在打造智慧城市方面，已在全国290个城市开展试点工作。互联网经济快速发展，电子商务、共享经济、在线教育、移动支付等新业态新模式广泛应用。2023年，全国网络零售额达到 15.4 万亿人民币，连续11年居世界首位。 中国加快人工智能产业发展，开展人工智能加行动。目前，人工智能企业数量超过了4500家，建成11个国家级人工智能创新应用示范区。3、推动中小企业数字化转型。中国政府认识到，中小企业是数字化转型的重点，也是难点。我们建设全国中小企业服务一展网，发展面向中小企业的专业化数字服务机构，鼓励大企业向中小企业开放数字化资源，发挥供应链协同作用，已在66个城市、15个行业开展中小企业数字化转型试点工作。4是深化数字领域国际交流合作。中方深切感受到，推动数字包容和转型，有助于加快实现联合国2030可持续发展目标。中国政府高度重视数字领域国际合作，积极与世界各国开展数字领域的政策规划、标准交流，分享数字基础设施建设、数字技术应用、中小企业数字化转型等方面的政策和实践交流。我们不但深化与亚太经济会各成员国的多边合作，积极参与亚太信息高速公路倡议行动计划2022至2026相关交流合作内容，支持中国企业与亚太地区合作伙伴广泛开展数字合作。主席、各位代表，此次会议为各成员国提供了难得的交流平台，弥合数字鸿沟，利用数字技术推动经济社会发展，是当今各国面临的重大课题和共同挑战。中方愿进一步深化与亚太经社会及各成员国的友好合作关系，共同探讨互利共赢的数字发展道路，为亚太地区实现数字包容和转型注入强劲动力。最后，祝本次会议圆满成功，谢谢大家。
Thank you very much, China, for your statement. The next speaker will be Philippines, followed by USA, and then United Kingdom. Philippines, you have the floor.
Thank you, Chair. I'd like to thank, first of all, the government of Kazakhstan and the UN ESCAP Secretariat for the excellent arrangements for all delegates. We stand at a critical juncture in history where the rapid advancement of digital technologies offers us a unique opportunity to drive progress toward sustainable development goals. The power of digital transformation extends far beyond economic growth. It is a crucial tool for creating a more inclusive, equitable, and sustainable future. In the Philippines and across the Asia-Pacific region, we have seen firsthand how digital innovations can uplift communities, enhance governance, and foster economic development. But the true promise of digital transformation lies in its potential to address the most pressing challenges of our times, such as climate change, inequality, and poverty. As we move forward, it is imperative that we integrate these technologies into every aspect of our national and regional policies to ensure that no one is left behind. Our efforts must focus on building a robust digital infrastructure that supports the demands of a growing digital economy while being mindful of the environmental impact. Digital solutions must be seamlessly integrated into our strategies for climate resilience and sustainability, ensuring that they contribute to reducing carbon emissions and protecting our most vulnerable communities from the effects of climate change. Encouraging innovation within the business sector is crucial. By promoting sustainable practices and adopting green technologies, we can align digitalization with sustainability, driving both economic growth and environmental protection. Equally important is public awareness and education. As we embrace digital transformation, we must ensure our citizens are equipped with the skills to thrive, making digitalization a shared benefit for all. Finally, regional cooperation is essential. The challenges we face are global, and only through collaborative efforts can we create a cohesive digital ecosystem that accelerates progress toward the SDGs, harnessing the full potential of digital transformation for a sustainable future. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much, Philippines. The next speaker will be the United States of America, followed by United Kingdom and Micronesia. United States of America, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. And I actually don't have anything further to add to the comments that we made during the panel presentation. I'd just like to reiterate my thanks to ESCAP and to the government of Kazakhstan for hosting this ministerial event. Thank you.
Thank you very much, USA. Next speaker will be the United Kingdom for their member statement.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and I'm delighted to be here today to deliver a statement on behalf of the United Kingdom. Now, we all know, as we're discussing today, digital technologies are absolutely central to delivering progress on the Sustainable Development Goals, which all of us have committed to. They're a critical engine of growth, both for developed and for developing countries, and the foundation for the effective delivery of basic services, such as health and education, to many of the world's poorest people. The UN estimates that 70% of SDG targets can benefit from digital technologies. However, the 1/3 of the world's population currently without internet access, that's around 2.6 billion people, risk being left even further behind in a digital world. And for those who are connected, as we're discussing today, there are also many risks and potential harms that need to be managed and prevented to support online safety, to combat disinformation, and to protect privacy and freedom of expression, while generating essential trust in the digital ecosystem through cybersecurity and cyber resilience. Now, the next few years are really crucial for all of our countries in shaping the trajectory of our digital transformation journeys. We won't be able to create a world free from poverty on a livable planet without making digital transformation inclusive, responsible, and sustainable. Across Asia Pacific, specifically, the digital economy continues to be a driving force for growth. In Southeast Asia alone, the region's digital economy remains on track to be worth over $1 trillion by 2030. And there's a huge amount of cutting edge development now happening across the region, from AI in Thailand to semiconductors in Malaysia and e-commerce in the Philippines. I'm proud to say that the UK has been a major partner for the Asia Pacific region, and in Southeast Asia in particular. We've invested more than $4.5 billion of official overseas development assistance over the past 10 years. As well as driving increase in trade with the ASEAN countries to over $63 billion in the last year. We're really keen to build that long-term partnership with the Asia-Pacific region to support the broader digital transformation, which will boost regional growth. And that also means, of course, making sure that our private sectors are also working together and building an ecosystem. In March this year, we hosted an Asia Tech Week in both Bangkok and Ho Chi Minh City, bringing UK companies to exchange ideas and explore business opportunities with the brightest tech entrepreneurs in the region. The UK has also been delighted to support ASEAN's Digital Economy Framework Agreement, the DEFRA negotiations. Through the UK mission to ASEAN, we've delivered 4 capacity building sessions, including directly to ASEAN chief negotiators, and provided a roadmap to help advise ASEAN on the legal reform required to enable trade digitalization, again, a vital contributor to growth in the region. We've also shared our approach to developing our Electronic Trade Documents Act, the world's first act to legalize digital trade, including how we took account of UN model law. And we're working with ASEAN again to implement the report delivered by ICC on removing legal barriers to digitalized trade. This report outlines the legal framework which is essential for trade digitalization. I also want to mention, as a number of delegates have today, the issue of AI safety. This is also a key area where the UK, along with representatives from 28 countries, including key ESCAP members like Japan, China, Indonesia, the Philippines, Singapore, the US. We all met together for the first AI Safety Summit in November last year in 2023. The amount of computing power used in training AI systems has, of course, expanded over the past decade by a factor of 55 million. And the summit gathered senior government officials, executives of major AI companies, and civil society leaders to lay the foundations for an international AI safety regime. And I'm very pleased to say that the momentum was continued by the AI Seoul Summit in May this year, hosted by the Republic of Korea, where countries agreed for the first time to develop shared risk thresholds for frontier AI development and deployment, as well as supporting the importance of AI innovation, inclusivity, and development transformation potential. We know that this work will continue with the next summit held in France in early next year. Finally, I'm really excited to see the synergies today between the Asia-Pacific region and Kazakhstan, the ninth largest country in the world, spanning the entire Eurasian continent. I want to thank Kazakhstan for hosting today's summit, and I look forward to the further contributions of the delegates. Thank you.
Thank you, United Kingdom, for your statement. Next speaker is Micronesia, followed by Russian Federation and Azerbaijan. Micronesia, you have the floor.
Honorable Chair and Vice Chairs, distinguished ministers, excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. With all protocols observed, it is with honor and gratitude that I speak to you today in this Asia-Pacific Ministerial Conference on Digital Inclusion and Transformation. On behalf of the Federal States of Micronesia, or FSM, I extend our deepest appreciation to the government of Kazakhstan and the UN ESCAP for convening this important conference. For those who are not familiar, the Federal States of Micronesia is a nation of 607 islands scattered across an area of 3 million square kilometers in the Western Pacific Ocean. For centuries, our people have lived in harmony with the land and sea, navigating the challenges of island life with resilience and resourcefulness. But for too long, the isolation of islands meant that many of our communities were left disconnected from the world, their potential untapped, and their voices unheard. Today, however, we stand at the dawn of a new era, an era of digital transformation that is bringing light to even the most remote corners of our nation. Through the power of digital connectivity, our islands are no longer separated by many miles of ocean, but are instead getting connected by the invisible threads of technology that link us to each other and to the global community. The transformation has been profound. Where once students on remote islands struggled to access quality education, today they can connect to the world's knowledge through teleeducation, expanding their horizons and dreams. Where once our people had to cross the open ocean and travel long distances to receive healthcare, they can now access life-saving consultations through telemedicine from their own homes. And where once our entrepreneurs faced insurmountable barriers to reaching markets beyond our shores, today they can engage in e-commerce, bringing the unique products of Micronesia to the world and vice versa. This is the power of digital inclusion. It bridges divides, empowers our people, and creates opportunities that were once unimaginable. Our progress in expanding broadband access and enhancing mobile networks across our islands is a testament to what can be achieved when we harness the potential of technology for the common good. Here, I acknowledge and express our appreciation to our donor partners, including Australia, Japan, and the United States, for financing the East Micronesia Cable Project, which is set to provide submarine connectivity between the FSM states and to our neighboring island nations of Nauru and Kiribati. We also thank the World Bank for financing our Fiber to the Homes project and our Digital FSM project. We are also working with Google to connect their cable to Micronesia with financial support from Japan and the United States. We also thank the government of China for the technical trainings to support us in this telecommunications sector. But while we have come far, our journey is not yet complete. We recognize that digital technologies hold immense potential to accelerate our path towards achieving the Sustainable Development Goals, especially in the critical area of climate action. In Micronesia, we are using digital tools to strengthen our resilience against the growing threats of climate change. From advanced early warning systems that protect the lives in the face of natural disasters, to innovative data platforms that guide sustainable resource management, Digital technology is becoming a cornerstone of our strategy to safeguard our future. Yet we also face significant challenges. Our resources are limited, and the need to enhance digital literacy across our islands is urgent. We must ensure that our digital transformation is inclusive, leaving no one behind. Sustainable financing for these initiatives remain a critical need, and here the support of our regional and international partners becomes indispensable. In this context, we wish to express our sincere appreciation to ESCAP and our partners, such as the ITU, World Bank, and the Asia Pacific Telecommunity for their unwavering support in promoting regional digital cooperation among Pacific Island countries. I acknowledge with appreciation the ESCAP's project on the Pacific Internet Exchange Point, which is expected to improve internet traffic management, foster regional connectivity, and enhance the digital experience of our people. Additionally, the Asia Pacific Information Superhighway Initiative aims to equip government officials with the skills and knowledge necessary to craft inclusive digital policies that will guide us into the future. As we look ahead, we seek the continued support of the ESCAP Secretariat, the ITU, the Asia Pacific Telecommunity, and our regional partners in building our digital connectivity capacity. We ask for your partnership in helping us navigate the complex landscape of digital technologies, ensuring that our journey toward digital transformation is one that aligns with our sustainable development goals and serves the needs of our citizens. Micronesia reaffirms its unwavering commitment to leveraging digital technologies as a force for sustainable development and climate action. We are filled with optimism as we look to the future, confident that through continued collaboration and cooperation within our region, we will build a more inclusive, resilient, and prosperous digital future for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Micronesia, for your statement. The next speaker will be Russian Federation, followed by Azerbaijan, and followed by Tuvalu. Russian Federation, floor is yours.
Благодарю, господин председатель. Уважаемые коллеги, сегодня наш регион стоит на пороге прорывной технологической эпохи, в которой разработка и внедрение цифровых технологий создает принципиально новые возможности для повышения динамики экономического развития всех государств. Цифровые инновации способны коренным образом изменить ситуацию с реализацией повестки 2030, обеспечив необходимое ускорение темпов ее реализации. Они также могут стать, при условии их ответственного применения, мощным инструментом, способствующим преодолению вызовов в экономической, социальной, природоохранной областях, стоящих перед всем регионом в контексте множественных кризисов современности. В России цифровая трансформация входит в число 5 ключевых национальных целей развития до 2030 года. Стремительными темпами осуществляется цифровизация госуправления и обеспечение доступа населения к широкому спектру услуг. В 2024 году число пользователей централизованной общегосударственной цифровой платформы госуслуги увеличилось почти в 2 раза и достигло 109 миллионов человек. Заложен прочный фундамент для формирования опережающего развития российской национальной ИКТ-индустрии, способной удовлетворить не только внутренние потребности нашего государства, бизнеса, конечных пользователей, но и предложить широкий спектр передовых информационных технологий другим странам, которые открыты к сотрудничеству. В этом контексте мы продолжаем рассматривать ESCAP в качестве центрального механизма, отвечающего за создание комфортной и равноправной среды для взаимодействия всех стран региона в области преодоления так называемого цифрового разрыва, укрепления соответствующего потенциала стран-членов, обеспечения доступа населения АТР, в особенности из числа наименее развитых стран, к передовым информационно-коммуникационным технологиям, в частности, к высокоскоростному, качественному и недорогому интернету, в том числе в рамках реализации инициативы по Азиатско-Тихоокеанской информационной супермагистрали. Мы поддерживаем инициативу Республики Казахстан по созданию под эгидой ESCAP Азиатско-Тихоокеанского центра цифровых решений. Нам представляется, что такая структура могла бы внести значительный вклад в продвижение цифровизации в Центральной Азии и в регионе в целом, содействовать широкому прикладному использованию различных цифровых разработок и целого ряда других целей. Разумеется, до принятия окончательного решения по этому вопросу необходимо в соответствии с действующим в комиссии порядком работы согласовать мандат и все организационные и административные модальности функционирования центра, но эта инициатива имеет огромный потенциал. Применительно к широкому контексту проблематики всеобщего охвата цифровыми технологиями и цифровой трансформации хотели бы выделить задачи повышения прозрачности и ответственного цифрового поведения как крупных технологических компаний, так и конкретных правительств стран мира. Следует таким образом выстраивать международное сотрудничество на треке ИКТ и цифровизации, чтобы во главе угла стояло соблюдение общепризнанных принципов и норм международного права и ориентация на нужды людей. Мы поддерживаем привлечение всех заинтересованных негосударственных структур к этому сотрудничеству с учетом их соответствующей компетенции и роли при безусловном соблюдении действующей в ООН практики участия НПО во всех межгосударственных процессах. Отдельно необходимо подчеркнуть следующее, что обсуждая созидательный потенциал технологических инноваций и цифровизации в целом, нельзя обойти тот факт, что нынешние международные форматы деятельности на этом направлении таят в себе и определенные риски усиления технологической зависимости одних государств или группы государств от других и размывания их цифрового суверенитета. Доступ целых народов к основным информационным ресурсам оказывается порой в руках частного капитала, обслуживающего политические интересы стран исключительно своей юрисдикции. Мы считаем грубым нарушением принципа суверенного равенства государств применение странами коллективного Запада односторонних принудительных мер. В странах, ставших жертвами незаконных санкций, а их становится с каждым днем все больше, хорошо знают, что эти рестрикции бьют в первую очередь по наиболее уязвимым слоям населения. Они провоцируют кризисные явления на продовольственных и энергетических рынках. И любым вводимым в обход Совета Безопасности ООН принудительным мерам должен быть положен конец. В заключение, господин председатель. В России, как уже было отмечено, успешно реализуются многочисленные проекты в таких сферах, как цифровая экономика, цифровое здравоохранение, умные города, телекоммуникации и кибербезопасность. Мы готовы делиться своим обширным опытом и передовыми технологиями в области ИКТ. Мы открыты для расширения партнерств и для развития взаимовыгодного сотрудничества с другими странами в интересах продвижения инноваций и цифровой трансформации в нашем регионе. Спасибо за внимание.
Thank you, Russia, for your statement. Next speaker will be Azerbaijan, followed by Tuvalu, and then Cambodia. Azerbaijan, you have the floor.
Thank you, Chair. Dear distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to highlight that today's event coincides with the time of implementation of socio-economic development strategy for 2022-2026 of the Republic of Azerbaijan, approved by Mr. President in 2022. The strategy envisions the realization of 5 main national priorities currently and in forthcoming years, where economy-wise digital transformation is considered one of the priorities by the government of Azerbaijan. It can support economic diversification, efficiency and effectiveness of public service delivery, and inclusion for all. Digital transformation is strongly featured in development strategy across all pillars and priority areas. It highlights the emergence of the creative and innovative society, the involvement in innovative projects for extensive application of state-of-the-art technologies and innovations throughout the country, the establishment of advanced technology infrastructure, among others, as top priorities for socioeconomic development. Moving forward towards the vision of digital Azerbaijan, the government is looking to increase and enhance efficiency of the government administration, improve the service delivery to citizens, as well as extend the digital transformation to businesses. The government is also looking to diversify the economy with the digital services industry offering a viable alternative to traditional industries. Aligned with all elements, digital transformation is expected to contribute to building the digital economy in the country, where digital government platforms, digital businesses, digital infrastructure, financial services, digital skills, and trust ecosystem are to be considered as a major focus areas for development. In addition, knowledge and access to information as 2 key components which drive the development of society. Since the beginning of 2021, the Ministry has made effort to support broadband market development ensuring universal access to high-speed broadband connectivity. It aims to advance rural broadband infrastructure to provide universal access to broadband connectivity of minimum 100 megabits to all citizens, businesses, and institutional entities by the end of 2024. At the end, resilient infrastructure and affordable access to internet and other resources will strongly enhance equality within among communities. More investments are and will be allocated to fiber optic network expansion, which plans for connectivity of over 1 million households to fiber optic broadband infrastructure in the current year. Sustainable digital transformation requires tech professional and critical skills of mass. Considering the country's global talent competitiveness ranking, the government currently addressing the gaps in digital skills and literacy at a national level, collects information to identify the critical skill needed, with at the same time the degree of insufficiency of digital knowledge and skills among public and private sectors, households, and educational institutions. Based on the large-scale digital skills and literacy assessment project, is in partnership with ITU and National Statistics Committee of Azerbaijan, which was the largest national-level assessment project during 2023 and 24 years towards the digital upskilling. The ministry is planning to increase digital skills of all stakeholder segments in Azerbaijan through different channels, different programs, trainings, and capacity building activities. Through the above-mentioned strategic actions, the ministry, as a key actor in national digital transformation, strongly emphasizes the UN's Sustainable Development Goals, including the advancement of the digital innovation and infrastructure, reduction of inequalities in rural and urban areas in regard to connectivity and digital skills and literacies, enhancing sustainability of rural and urban communities in both digitalization and transportation fields. To conclude my speech, I would also like to emphasize the critical role of the building multilateral collaboration mechanisms and considering potential of other countries in addressing major development challenges in this world. Knowing that, we are committed to continue the cooperation with local and global institutions towards achieving our national development goals and accelerate progress in near future. Taking this opportunity, on behalf of the Ministry of Digital Development and Transport of the Republic of Azerbaijan, I would like to extend an invitation to you for the upcoming UN Climate Conference COP29, which will be held in November in Baku city. The ministry is organizing a significant event, the inaugural Digitalization Day. During the thematic day, a ministerial declaration of digital action plan for a green world is expected to be adopted. This declaration will include high-level recognition of the opportunities and challenges that digital technologies present for climate change, monitoring, mitigation, and adoption, along with concrete commitments. Thank you for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you, Azerbaijan, for your statement. Next will be Tuvalu, followed by Cambodia, and then Mongolia. Tuvalu, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, Talofa and a warm greetings from Tuvalu. It is an honor to be here today in Astana, Kazakhstan, for this important Asia-Pacific Ministerial Conference on Digital Inclusion and Transformation. I wish to extend my deepest gratitude to the government of Kazakhstan for their warm hospitality and to all the participants for their dedications to advancing digital inclusion in our region. This conference is timely as digital technologies continue to reshape our societies and economies, offering both opportunities and challenges. Tuvalu, like many Pacific small island developing states, faces significant challenges in achieving digital connectivity. Our nation, scattered across 9 small islands in the Pacific Ocean, is particularly vulnerable to these challenges. Although our internet coverage reaches 80 to 90% of the population, significant obstacles remain. The need for broader legislation to cover data protection, child online safety, consumer protection, and intellectual property is critical. Capacity constraints in our criminal justice and regulatory system further hinder our ability to effectively handle cybercrime, with law enforcement still heavily reliant on traditional methods. Furthermore, the high cost of internet services, which can be as much as 10% of the average citizen's monthly income, exacerbate the digital divide. Additionally, our limited infrastructure for broadband and mobile connectivity has left rural areas particularly underserved. These challenges not only hinder our economic development, but also limit our ability to fully participate in the global digital economy. Despite these challenges, however, Tuvalu recognized the immense potential of digital technologies in promoting economic growth and addressing the existential threat of climate change. As a nation on the front line of rising sea levels and extreme weather events, we have begun to harness digital tools to enhance our reliance. Tuvalu Telecom has made significant progress in expanding 4G LTE mobile coverage, with plans to have 4 or 5 of our 8 other islands online by the end of 2024. Additionally, our efforts include community Wi-Fi across all islands and the anticipated launch of a mobile money solution called in the vernacular Mtupe later this year. Moreover, we have utilized satellite imagery to monitor coastal erosion and manage disaster risk more effectively. These images provide critical data that informs our disaster preparedness and response strategies, ensuring that we can act swiftly to protect our communities. Additionally, we have implemented early warning systems powered by digital technologies, which have proven invaluable in alerting our citizens to impending natural disasters. This technology offers innovative solutions that can help us mitigate the impact of climate change and build a more sustainable future. In this regard, I commend the Secretariat on the 2024 Digital Transformation Report. The selection of the report's theme on climate change by the Steering Committee of the Asia Pacific Information Superhighway is an issue of critical importance to our future as a small island developing state. Our efforts to bridge the digital divide and leverage technology for climate action will be strengthened through regional cooperation. Therefore, Tuvalu is actively participating in regional initiatives to strengthen its ICT sector. We are a proud member of PACSON, Pacific Cybersecurity Operational Network, affiliate to PILON, Pacific Islands Law Officers Network, Cybersecurity Pacifica, and the new Pacific Cyber Capacity Building Coordination Conference. By leveraging these partnerships, we aim to enhance our digital infrastructure and regulatory framework. I would like to take this opportunity to recognize and thank the United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Asia and the Pacific, ESCAP, for its continued support in promoting digital connectivity in the Pacific region through the Asia Pacific Information Superhighway Initiative. I request enhanced support, particularly in capacity building for ICT government officials on the opportunities that digital technology offer for climate actions. I also express our gratitude to the UN ESCAP Secretariat for supporting projects such as the Pacific Internet Exchange Point, which will be instrumental in improving the quality of internet access and reducing costs across our island. This initiative will ensure that even the most remote communities can benefit from the digital revolution. Tuvalu will be further We'll be studying further the possibility of joining the Internet Exchange Point initiative. And towards this end, we would highly appreciate further technical support and policy awareness raising from the ESCAP Secretariat. Moving forward, we must continue to strengthen our collaboration, not only within the Pacific, but across the Asia-Pacific region to achieve inclusive digital information that leaves no one behind. In closing, I reaffirm Tuvalu's commitment to advancing digital inclusion and utilizing technology as a force for good. We remain steadfast in our resolve to overcome the challenges that we face and to harness the opportunities that digital transformation presents. I am confident that through our collective efforts, we can create a more connected, resilient, and sustainable future for all. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Tuvalu, for your statement. Next speaker will be Cambodia, followed by Mongolia, and then Fiji. Cambodia, you have the floor.
Good morning again. Her Excellency Arminda Celsius Ali Jabana, Under Secretary General of the United Nations and Executive Secretary of the Economic and Social Commission for Asia and the Pacific. Her Excellency Saslan Mendiev, Minister of Digital Development, Innovation and Aerospace Industry of the Republic of Kazakhstan. Excellency, distinguished delegate, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Her Excellency, ladies and gentlemen. Today it is my great honor and privilege to be here with you to deliver my statement at the Asia Pacific Ministerial Conference on Digital Inclusion and Transformation. On behalf of the Ministry of Post and Telecommunication of Cambodia, I would like to express my sincere thanks to ESCAP and the government of the Republic of Kazakhstan for hosting this conference and for the invitation extended to Cambodia. Please allow me to brief about digital inclusion and transformation in Cambodia. The Royal Government of Cambodia has adopted political platform and Pentagonal Strategy Phase 1 of the 7th Legislature of the National Assembly, led by Samdech Moha Bawor Tupade Hunmanet, Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Cambodia. The Pentagonal Strategy is being implemented for Phase 1 in the 5 areas of growth, employment, equity, efficiency, sustainability, and including the 5 key priorities are people, road, water, electricity, and technology, especially digital technology to address the 4th Industrial Revolution and the digital transformation of Cambodia economy. In respecting and implementing the Pentagonal Strategy, the Ministry of Post and Telecommunication, under leadership of His Excellency Dr. Chiavandet, Minister of the Ministry of Post and Telecommunication, who is hardworking for establishing development and managing in promoting digital adoption and transformation. In the result of the ministry have established policy, law, and roadmap are as follow. Digital Economic and Society Policy Framework 2021-2020 2035 jointly to establish with the Ministry of Economic and Finance. Cambodia Digital Government Policy 2022-2035. Postal Development Policy 2022-2030. Digital Skill Development Roadmap 2024-2035. 5th Generation Roadmap. Contract for establishing Community Tech Center. On the amendment of Law on Telecommunication, Law on Postal Development, on the drafting, Law on Digital Government, Law on Cybersecurity, Law on Personal Data Protection. Recently, the ministry have developed a platform as follows: verify.gov.kh. This platform allows to verify every document in Cambodia so that Cambodia people can easily remember and verify and so on internationally. 2. Go.gov.kh. is the government point of trust repository for public document. 3. Form.gov.kh is the instant customizable form for zero code or codes to safely collect, classify, and sensitive data. 4. Normsa.gov.kh. Normsa serves as a comprehensive mass messaging tool designed for the Cambodian government. This tool facilitates seamless message management and tracking, eliminating the need for users to take call between Outlook and short message service portal. 5. QO.gov.kh, developed for streamlined information sharing. It provides a swift, cost-effective, and reliable alternative to traditional methods like printing on name card, avoiding mutual effort and ensuring efficiency. 6. Sarika platform is a formal Telegram bot for Khmer language support. Sarika deeply convert text to speech, transcribe speech to text, and read document aloud. 7. Call app. Call app has many functions, including chat and call and video call using international standard data and call. Her Excellency, lady and gentlemen, today in Cambodia have population 17 million people and having 4 mobile phone company with 21.3 million subscribers, I mean SIM inactive. 5 fixed phone operator with 35,000 subscribers. Mobile internet subscription are nearly 20 million. Fixed internet subscription 700,000. Facebook account, you have 14 million subscription. Last but not least, may I be the conference fruitful and successful. Thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you, Cambodia. Next speaker will be Mongolia, followed by Fiji, and then lastly, Iran. Mongolia, you have the floor.
Thank you, Chair. Honorable Ministers, Excellencies, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Asia and Pacific, as well as the government of the Republic of Kazakhstan, for organizing this conference, creating a platform for us to discuss a very crucial topic of digitalization and innovations for SDG fulfillment. We live in a digital age which has become an integral part of our daily lives, where digital technologies and artificial intelligence are closely linked to our work and productivity. Governments around the world are using digital technology to bridge the gap between the physical and digital worlds and keep up with the innovative trends that create new opportunities for development. It has been 9 years since UN member states made a commitment to leave no one behind within the Sustainable Development Goals 2030. Since that time, Mongolia has been working to align its national policies to SDG goals and adopted its long-term development policy, Vision 2050, in 2020. My country has been striving to become a digital nation with digital inclusive society, where human rights are assured and with a better quality of life. In pursuit of this goal, we have placed particular emphasis on intensifying e-development, establishing the necessary urban infrastructure, enhancing internet accessibility, and creating a favorable legal environment for advancing digital transition. Today in Mongolia, more than 4 million people use smartphones and 4.2 million are connected to the internet. In terms of infrastructure, a total of 21 provinces and 325 villages have been connected to the fiber optic cables. Also, Starlink services was launched officially in Mongolia in the last March, which was enabling high-speed internet in more than 70% of the territory. The development of the e-Mongolia digital platform for public services stands as a tangible outcome of the digital transition, providing support to the entrepreneurs and citizens. Today, over 80% of the country's adult population is getting public services through this public platform, online platform. Excellencies, digital transformation is a vital part of our lives, and the government of Mongolia prioritized the intensification of digital transformation in the healthcare sector in 2024, enabling 346 hospitals to exchange information with each other, and 7 healthcare services has been transferred to electronic format. Another achievement of the government of Mongolia is the very first integrated transparency platform named GLASS to build smart, digital, and open governance without bureaucracy and free of corruption. The platform enabled information on capital expenditure, performance, and funded projects, special funds of the government. Digital literacy serves as a gateway to digital inclusive society. In Mongolia, more than 30% of the population consists of young people aged 15 to 34, and international researchers acknowledge that our youth receive a relatively good education that aligns with international standards. The NICEF research indicates that the education and knowledge of our country's youth in digital development and technology have significantly improved, with more than half of them processing digital information technology knowledge. We are proud that the Mongolian government efforts, the achievements towards building a digital society have been praised globally. We have moved up to 18 positions on the UN e-Government Development Index, received honorable mention from the Open Government Partnership, and finally a prestigious Global Government Excellence Award from the World E-Government Summit. Distinguished delegates, using this privilege, I would like to inform that the Parliament of Mongolia approved in June 2024 the very first law on the IT industry promotion to improve the international competitiveness of the national IT industry, to increase the benefits of the IT industry to the economic, as well as to increase the number of new jobs in the labor market and to develop innovation in broad. Taking this opportunity, I would like to express our readiness to cooperate with all of you towards creating an environment where technology advances and innovation are used in a best proper way to fulfill SDG goals and leave no one behind. Thank you.
Thank you, Mongolia. Next speaker will be Fiji, followed by Iran. Fiji, you have the floor.
My Lord Chair, Excellencies, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, Bulabinak and greetings to you all. On behalf of my government, it is my great honor to contribute to this esteemed gathering of the Asia Pacific Ministerial Conference on Digital Inclusion and Transformation. I extend my deepest gratitude to the government of Kazakhstan for hosting this important event and to ESCAP for its continued leadership in fostering digital development across our region. The progress we discuss here today will shape the future of our nations and our collective ability to achieve our sustainable development goals as we draw closer to 2030. As part of our digital transformation efforts, the Fijian government has made significant strides in advancing digital connectivity and transformation. Over the past decades, our government has implemented a robust national broadband plan, which has led to substantial increases in broadband penetration and mobile internet access across the country. E-government services are now widely available, making public services more accessible to our citizens, especially in remote and rural areas. Through targeted initiatives, we have also improved digital literacy, ensuring that more Fijians can participate in and benefit from the digital economy. These efforts have not only boosted our economic growth, but have also transformed key sectors such as education, healthcare, and public administration, making them more efficient and resilient. Digital technologies present unprecedented opportunities to accelerate the implementation of the SDGs in Fiji. We have integrated digital tools across various sectors to enhance agricultural productivity, improve healthcare delivery, streamlining the process for starting a business and obtaining construction permits, and expanding educational opportunities not only for Fiji, but across the Pacific. For instance, our use of digital platforms in disaster management has strengthened our climate resilience, a critical priority for our island nations in the Pacific. Partnerships with the private sector, civil society, and international organizations have been pivotal in these efforts. Moving forward, our strategic priorities include expanding digital infrastructure, fostering innovation, and ensuring that the benefits of digital inclusion reach every Fijian, with a particular focus on women, youth, and rural communities. We are also in the final stages of developing a national digital strategy for Fiji. This strategy will lay out a coordinated approach to scale inclusive digital technology to drive economic growth and sustainable development. Furthermore, we are strengthening our cybersecurity efforts to ensure a safety and secure digital ecosystem for our people and businesses. As part of this commitment, we are in the process of developing a comprehensive national cybersecurity strategy to strengthen our security posture, boost resilience, and improve our ability to respond to evolving cyber threats. Our efforts to enhance connectivity across the countries is continuing. Starlink is now operational in Fiji, significantly improving internet access in previously undeserved regions, and is unlocking new opportunities in education, healthcare, businesses, and personal communications. In the Pacific, for the vulnerable Pacific seas like Fiji, our Pacific Forum leaders have endorsed a 2050 strategy for the Blue Pacific continent. And on the thematic area of technology and connectivity, our Pacific leaders have pledged their commitments for all Pacific peoples to have access to affordable, accessible, reliable, resilient, safe, secure, inclusive, and interoperable ICT services, including e-services and the digital economy. However, the lack of progress in the Pacific to utilize digital innovations and transformation for sustainable development has had different impacts on both economic and social progress in the sub-region, and constrain our efforts and actions to address climate change and strengthen resilience to disasters. In this regard, digitalization initiatives and other efforts are critical to addressing these compounding challenges. To this end, Fiji and our Pacific small and developing states also faces our unique set of challenges in scaling up our digital innovations, not least of which is access to affordable, reliable internet connectivity. It'll be a remiss on my part, Chair, to express our sincere gratitude to ESCAP for its invaluable support in supporting Fiji and Samoa with the support of New Zealand to establishing the Pacific Internet Exchange Point. This initiative is expected to significantly improve internet quality and reduce costs, benefiting the entire Pacific region. We request the continued support of the ESCAP Secretariat to ensure the sustainability on funding and the expansion of this critical project. Further collaboration in digital transformation will be crucial as we navigate the challenges and opportunities ahead to ensure that no one is left behind. Finally, Chair, for Fiji and our small island nations in the Pacific sub-region, digital inclusion and transformation is to be environmentally sustainable. And we therefore duly acknowledge that regional cooperation is relevant, sharing of learnings and experiences are fundamental, as climate-induced and other natural disasters are not bound by national borders. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Fiji, for your statement. And finally, last speaker for today, the Islamic Republic of Iran. You have the floor.
Thank you. Honorable Chair, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to begin by expressing my deep gratitude to the government of Kazakhstan for hosting this event and providing us with this invaluable platform to discuss our shared digital future. As we gather here today to discuss the policies needed to build an inclusive and sustainable digital future, we believe there are three crucial perspectives that must guide our efforts. First, we need a multilateral approach that ensures the engagement of all states within ESCAP to effectively address the monopolies held by digital entities, including cross-border platforms, global search engines, and the current management of assigned names and numbers. This approach should be both inclusive and respectful of national policies and priorities. We must recognize that while global cooperation is essential, each country has unique needs and strategies for digital transformation. Second, we should focus on cooperation to address the digital divide that exists between nations. ESCAP, with its diverse membership, is an ideal platform for tackling this challenge. We need to avoid policies that exacerbate the digital divide, such as unilateral coercive measures and export control mechanisms that limit nations' access to advanced technologies. In this context, tech decoupling should be viewed as a significant obstacle to digital inclusion and must be avoided. Instead, we should foster policies that promote equitable access to technology and support the digital advancement of all member states. Third, creating an inclusive digital future requires a transparent and secure cyberspace. To achieve this, international cooperation should aim at combating cybercrimes and preventing the weaponization of cyberspace. A safe, secure, and stable digital environment is essential for fostering trust and collaboration across borders. By working together to develop common standards and practices, we can build a cyberspace that supports sustainable development and protects the rights of all users. These perspectives can be applied across all fields and aspects of cyberspace, including the rapidly evolving domain of artificial intelligence. Data monopolies, particularly in AI, have the potential to widen the digital divide significantly. To counter this, we must be guided by a shared understanding of international rules and national regulations. This shared understanding requires respect for the specific approaches and priorities of individual states. We must view data as a common asset, working together on risk assessment and the safety of AI products to ensure that the benefits are shared broadly rather than concentrated among a few. Dear colleagues, we believe that the future of cyberspace must include all nations without discrimination. To dismantle the monopolies enjoyed by giant tech companies, ESCAP must take a proactive role in shaping the future digital landscape. We need to focus on fostering innovative digital solutions and building capacity across our member states. For our efforts to have a meaningful impact, digital partnership is essential for the sustainable development of the digital economy. We must strive for a common understanding of each other's regulatory frameworks to facilitate international digital collaboration, which is the foundation of prosperity and well-being in today's interconnected world. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you, the Islamic Republic of Iran, for your statement. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, this brings us to the end of the proceedings for agenda item 2. We shall now take up agenda item 3 on digital solutions for sustainable development. The document pertaining to this agenda item is ESCAP/MCDIT/3. To introduce this agenda item, I would now like to invite Ms. Tiziana Bonabase, Director of Information and Communication Technology and Disaster Risk Reduction Division of ESCAP, to introduce the document. Ms. Bonabase, floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Chair, for giving me the floor, and it is my pleasure to introduce the document entitled Digital Solutions for Sustainable Development in Asia and the Pacific, ESCAP/MCDIT/3. So, Excellencies, this document highlights experiences and good practices in adopting digital solutions for sustainable development in the region. Digital technologies, as we have heard throughout the morning discussion, have emerged as drivers of transformational change by enhancing social, economic, and environmental outcomes. But there are also barriers to scaling up digital solutions for sustainable development. Among these barriers that the document identifies is the lack of adequate digital infrastructure in the rural or remote areas, the gender digital divide, the disparities in digital skills, and the costs of accessing foundational digital connectivity infrastructure. So while recognizing the barriers, the document also highlights the notable progress that Asia-Pacific countries are making in leveraging and utilizing digital solutions. And there are a series of policy recommendations that are made in the document to further promote the use and scaling up of digital solutions. Excuse me. In ESCAP Resolution 80/1, the Commission noted with appreciation the initiative of the government of Kazakhstan on establishing a digital solution center for sustainable development to provide practical digital solutions in Central Asia and beyond. And so this document before you elaborates on the recommendation to establish an ad hoc working group for members and associate members of the Commission to further study the issue and to give further consideration to the establishment of a digital solutions center for sustainable development. So ministers in the conference are invited to share experiences and practices related to digital innovation and solutions, and to provide further guidance and views on the Digital Solutions Center for Sustainable Development that has been proposed for establishment by the government of Kazakhstan. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Barnabas. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, the morning session has concluded. The meeting will break for lunch, and we will continue in the afternoon session with agenda item 3 at 14 hours. I would like to invite Secretariat to make some announcements before the break.
Thank you, Chair. And I'd like to just inform Excellencies, distinguished delegates, that during the lunch break from 12 to 1400, we have a number of side events which will be running in parallel to each other. The side events will take place from 12 to 1:15 p.m. and they are hosted by different member states working in partnership with UN entities as well as other multi-stakeholder entities on key topics linked to the theme of digital inclusion and transformation. So the Secretariat has the pleasure of announcing the following side events during the lunch break. The first is organized by the ESCAP Secretariat and the Internet Society, and it's titled Digital for Infrastructure, Connectivity, Productivity and Growth, and it will be in Almaty room number 2. The second one is also organized by the ESCAP Secretariat and various multi-stakeholder partners. And this event is on emerging technology for tackling air pollution and climate change. And it will be held at the Turkestan Room. And then the ESCAP Secretariat and the E-Worldwide Group are co-hosting an event called Empowering Women Entrepreneurship with Digital Skills. And this event will be at the Almaty Room number 1. And finally, UNDP Kazakhstan, together with the government of Kazakhstan, are co-hosting an event on GovTech for Good, solutions to leave no one behind. And this will be at the Caspian Side Event Room. Once the side events finish at 1:15, I understand there are various lunch options, snack options. So between 1:15 and 2 p.m., you will also have time to have your lunch. But Chair, if I may, through you, request everyone to kindly be back in this room at 2 p.m. sharp for continuation of agenda item 3, and we will be commencing agenda item 3 with a panel discussion. So that's it from my side, Chair.
Thank you very much, ESCAP Secretariat. On this note, I adjourn this meeting. Let's give a big round of applause for this morning's sessions. We have concluded. We will resume proceedings in the external hall at 14 hours. I would seek your kind cooperation to make sure that we keep to this time schedule. Thank you. Your support. So
It's very, very efficient. The higher the volume, the faster it moves. It's like the opposite of a Ferrari, right? It's the volume is important, and so we're really hoping that we make this progress, and the step will continue.
do you have any? We mentioned this in 2022 at Korea, when we met the ESCAP in Korea. We said that we need to just mention it, so it's just a matter of getting. Okay.
Thanks, Howard. But, it is also